We're in Elmdale, Kansas at the Clovercliff Bed and Breakfast. Here we're going to show you the wonderful housing facilities that they have. 3 guest homes that you can rent and stay in. Seated in the midst of the Flint Hills of Kansas, you can see the bison out on the prairie, the Flint Hills themselves displaying the beauty of Kansas. Lots of things to see and enjoy. Sit back and watch this episode of Best of America by Horseback. Welcome back to this portion of Best of America by Horseback. We appreciate you joining us again on today's show at the Clovercliff Ranch Bed and Breakfast near Elmdale, Kansas, right here in my backyard. I'm your host, Dale Shields, and I'm excited to share with you the beauty and the history of this amazing location, which houses a bed and breakfast built in the 1800s, a year before Kansas became a state. 2 additional dwellings to rent for those wanting to experience the beautiful Flint Hills of Kansas, a place to trail ride, bringing your own horses, or being taken out on a guided ride by Rex Buckman. See the bison, shoot skeet, go on hikes, gaze at the stars, play disc golf, or just let it all go and relax. The Clovercliff Ranch is also known for having one of the most beautiful wedding and event venues anywhere. Stay with us and experience the Clovercliff Ranch. So we have with us today Warren and Susie Harshman, owners and operators of the Clovercliff Ranch Bed and Breakfast. And guys, thank you for letting Best of America by Horseback come here.
You're welcome. Our pleasure.
It has been such a treat for us, for our riders. This is a magnificent place, and the hospitality here is just above the board. So thank you for all that. So we want to talk a little bit about the ranch, about the facilities here, and about what you guys do. So tell us a little bit about what makes up your daily activities. What do you do?
Well, we started out as a bed and breakfast, so of course we do a lot of cooking and preparing for our guests. We have added this pavilion in the last 4 years, so now we do weddings, family reunions, corporate retreats. Weddings is kind of our favorite thing to do as far as events. It's a happy occasion, and
Sure.
so we love being a part of that.
Yep. So people can rent the facility or book an event here, and you guys are part of taking care of them while they're here. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
The personal service that we've seen being here, not just this time, but in the past as well, exceeds a lot of other places that we've been. Y'all do a great job with that. Warren, talk a little bit about what makes the ranch work. How do you guys work this ranch?
Okay, we purchased the Clovercliff just over 8 years ago, and at that point in time we were running cattle. 2 years ago we transitioned to bison.
Okay.
And we have had quite a learning curve with the bison. Mm-hmm. A lot of surprises, some good and some not good.
Right.
But it's working real well. Here on the ranch we have 340 mama cows and bulls, and of course this is springtime, so the babies are really coming right now. So it's fun to go out and watch them.
The ranch is made up of a lot of different elements, but it seems to all just work and fit. Talk to us about who are the people who come here to the bed and breakfast?
It is a really diverse group, and I feel very fortunate to be doing this because we get to meet people we never would otherwise. We have a lot of guests come from the Kansas City area, but we have them from all over the United States. This last week we had turkey hunters from Mississippi that come every year. We have international travelers. We've had them from Japan, New Zealand, Scotland, Ireland,
Italy.
We had a winemaker from Tuscany, Italy.
Wow.
And living out here in the Flint Hills, I would never get to meet people like that unless I traveled there. So it's a blessing for us.
You know, a lot of folks consider Kansas to be a flyover state,
Yes.
but they've never experienced the Flint Hills.
Dale, don't tell them any different. We want to keep this a secret for as long as we can.
I would agree. I would agree.
To come.
What is it about the Flint Hills that keeps you guys here?
I was born and raised 3 miles from here. I've lived here my entire life, and for as long as I can remember, I've loved the Flint Hills. I can remember as a little boy in grade school riding the bus up here to the Clovercliff Ranch, picking up the little children in this main house, and just being at all at this iconic ranch.
Right.
Never thinking that I would have the opportunity to own it,
Right.
but it worked out that we could.
Right. What about you, Susie?
Well, I'm a 6th generation Chase County girl. So except for college and a year and a half working as teaching, this has always been home. From the time I was a little girl, I wanted to live at the Clovercliff. And now we own it, and I still don't live here, but I practically live here.
Yeah. When you look out the windows of this venue that we're sitting in, there's a saying that I sometimes use, it's not heaven, but I think you can see it from here. And when you look out these windows at these Flint Hills, what a tremendous view. What a sight to see Kansas in this way.
When we come back, we're going to show you more of the fun we're having at the Clovercliff Ranch near Elmdale, Kansas, in the beautiful Flint Hills. This is a wonderful place to ride. Thank you for watching. Welcome back to this episode of Best of America by Horseback. We're at the Clovercliff Ranch near Elmdale, Kansas, experiencing the beautiful Flint Hills of Kansas. Stay tuned and watch with us. Knowing that we are blessed with many freedoms due to the sacrifice of others, we always honor our flag and begin our rides by giving thanks in prayer.
Our riders this weekend have just been in awe of the ranch, of the views, of this part of the country. We've got riders from many states here this weekend, and every one of them, even the ones from Kansas, are in awe of this place. And so it's just a tremendous setting. Tell us a little bit about the house, the history of the main house.
Well, the one-room cabin was built in 1860. That would have been the year Abraham Lincoln was elected president, the year before the Civil War,
Wow.
and the year before Kansas became a state. All the stone for that house came from this property. So J.R. Blackshear built that one-room cabin, and then he went back to Virginia to get his family. And he hired a neighbor, William Schaff, to build the first addition. And when he returned here in 1867, that first addition was done. It's the flat-roofed part of that building,
Okay.
2 stories. And then he put the final addition on, and it was finished in 1883.
Wow.
So,
It's an amazing house. And Warren, you told us a little bit this morning about the stone that was cut out in the hills here. Talk about that for just a moment.
Sure, Dale. The final addition, which is the larger part and the front part of the house, was built from cut stone. That cut stone was quarried right off the ranch here. And there's still a big pulley and a cable that was used to saw the stone.
Mm-hmm.
They hired 10 stonemasons to come in and put on the final addition. those same stonemasons helped with the Chase County Courthouse in Cottonwood Falls.
Wow. So the stone from the land built the buildings.
It did.
That's neat. And so you also have a new decorative out on the lawn.
Yes.
And it was built from what stone?
They call that a moon gate, and it was built from stone that we picked up out of the old stone walls on the property that were
Fences.
yeah, the old stone fences, and they were probably installed in around 1880.
One of the fun things we do at our events is have an apple pie baking contest. It's a good time for everyone to get together and get to enjoy the fellowship of each other and have a little fun while we enjoy some great American apple pie.
This would be a winner chicken dinner. Yes, no ice cream.
Alicia Owens is the winner of our baked apple pie judging contest. It was tremendous.
Thank you, thank you.
World may turn, but you know they can't change the way I feel inside. Prairie fire may burn itself out, but you can't snuff a cowboy. This is Best of America by Horseback. We'll be right back.
Don't go away. When we come back, we're going to show you more of the fun that we're having at the Clovercliff Ranch near Elmdale, Kansas. What a terrific place. Stay tuned and watch with us. You're watching Best of America by Horseback. On this portion of the show, we'll be talking with some of our riders about their experience at the beautiful Clovercliff Ranch near Elmdale, Kansas. So Linda, you won a free ride with Best of America for the Clovercliff Ranch in Kansas from Equifest in Salina, Kansas.
I did. It was awesome. We were very excited.
So we've had a few months between the time that you won the contest, the drawing, and now. What's been on your mind?
Well, I was pretty excited when my granddaughter agreed to come with me because we'd been looking forward to coming to Clovercliff, knowing that this is just an incredibly beautiful place. Beautiful weather, as it turned out. With the prairie having just been burned off, everything is incredibly green. The grass is coming up. We saw bison. We had wonderful water crossings, beautiful cliffs. I mean, it was just amazing. It couldn't have been any better. These are memories that that I'll cherish forever. You know, the kids grow up and they get older and they move on, and so these times that I have with her are just you know, just to be cherished. Yeah.
Jocelyn, what is it about your grandmother that you admire and love spending time with her? What makes it special?
I just always like how kind she is to everyone, and she's always like very supportive of when I'm riding horses, and she's just the best horse show grandma I could ever have.
That's pretty sweet. You were riding a red dun that I understand was a rescue horse.
Yeah.
But you guys clicked pretty well, you and that horse. Tell us a little bit about him.
I got him about 5 years ago. He was from Hope in the Valley, and they had gotten him out of the kill pen, and I've just been working with different trainers with him and going on trail rides like these and going to shows and working with him.
Well, you guys really work well together, and everyone enjoyed watching you ride circles out there on the way back today. But what's it mean to be at Clovercliff for you?
I just really love it out here. It's so pretty, and I've never really gotten the experience to get up so close to buffalo and ride by them, and I just really enjoyed it.
We're glad you were picked for this free ride.
Absolutely. Just a great fun time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Being in a setting like this, it just kind of takes your mind back to another day and time before we were here.
Correct.
And how does it make you feel? You thinking about the troubles of the world right now?
No.
I come on these rides and it's a peaceful enjoyment, and you just leave everything behind.
And I like riding where, not just here, but with Best of America by Horseback, anywhere. And because you're all super nice. You're like family to me. When I'm out riding, it's like I'm just amazed at God's creation.
I think
really
we
am.
all are. I think we all are. We're looking forward to coming down into your part of the country and riding later on this year. And so we get to see you again. We're looking forward to that. Thank you guys for joining us and for making these events so much fun. It's a great time, and we're looking forward to doing this again. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Along with this beautiful historic guest house and 3 other guest houses, Warren and Susie Harshman have built an event venue that is state-of-the-art and second to none. It's a place for weddings, corporate gatherings, birthdays, all other events where you can bring your family and friends and be proud that you are there. It displays a concrete patio where you can watch the sun set on the Flint Hills. Around a campfire, you can gaze at the stars at night. It's a beautiful place in a beautiful setting on the Kansas Flint Hills. It was an honor for Best of America by Horseback to be able to bring our friends and ride on these beautiful plains of Kansas and to experience the hospitality of Warren and Susie Harshman. To see the bison grazing on the green grasses of Kansas, to watch the sunrises and sunsets on this historic land.
We know it's the Creator. He did all of the beautiful view.
Yeah.
We just put the pavilion here where you can enjoy it.
Thank you for joining us this week on Best of America by Horseback. We've been here at the Clovercliff Ranch at Elmdale, Kansas, an event venue with so many things to offer those who come and stay here. Guest houses that are just immaculate from time period of the 1800s. There are many amenities to enjoy while you're here, from skeet shooting to disc golf, an event venue for weddings and corporate gatherings. We rode the prairies of southeast Kansas and the Flint Hills this weekend. It was a terrific time, and we thank you for joining us and watching. If you'd like to ride with us, give us a call at 540-829-9555 or contact us on our website at www.bestofamericabyhorseback.com. I'm your host, Del Shields. Thank you for watching Best of America by Horseback.